Hi, I'm Matthew Webster from the MW Real Estate Team and Home Group Realty. And today I'm going to talk to you about how you can realize appreciation on two properties at one time as your principal residence. Now, before we go on, I just want to ask you to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. One thing I've learned as I've gone through the process of creating this channel is that YouTube doesn't care about you unless you have at least 100 subscribers. So I'm setting that as my first goal, and I'm hoping you can help me out with it. Now let's get to the video. I heard and sort of thought through a really creative idea the other day that I wanted to share with you. So the idea is around tax-free growth in your primary residence. So in Canada, your primary residence is exempt from paying what's called capital gain tax. I'm not a tax accountant, so I'm not going to get into the specifics of that, other than stating that when you sell your house, you don't have to pay taxes on any of the profit that you make on that home. Now, most of the time, if you're somebody like me, who's in his 30s, that I still need a home. So I'm usually buying a home and another home after selling my home. Now, that's not everybody's situation, especially people who are looking to downsize or, maybe move in with family or something like that. Sometimes we're cashing out. So one of the ways that you can take advantage of this extremely high growth in the market. Now, you have to be in a financial position to be able to do this, but if you are one of those people out there, and I'm sure there's more than a few, this is the idea that was presented to me. So it involves buying a pre-construction home from a builder as your next home and keeping your existing home as a rental property. So the idea that I'm floating is purchasing a new construction home and also prepare your own home to be a rental property in the future. Now, that can be adding bedrooms in the basement and selling it, let's say if you live in an area with a university like we do in my market in Guelph, or it can be adding a basement apartment to your home while you live in it, and doing those renovations over that 18-month period. And the reason that this is a great idea for homeowners is that while you're living in your house and renovating it over 18 months, you're experiencing that appreciation. The new construction home that you purchased would also be experiencing that appreciation. It will be your new primary residence. So you're buying the home at today's value and moving into it 18 months later. That appreciation still happens in the market. Just because your home isn't built doesn't mean that the value doesn't go up. I recently had a client that bought a new construction home here in Guelph just before the pandemic. They're moving in April. I'm estimating that their home has increased in value about $350,000 between the time when they put their first deposit down to when they're going to move in. So that's amazing. That is, we can't always expect this type of growth, but if you're thinking that you want to take as much advantage of it as possible and you're in a position to do this, it's a great idea. Now, what you need to do is just before you move into your new home, you need to order an appraisal from the bank, which you can show the CRA, this is what the home was worth when I moved out of it into my next primary residence. So you need to have that time stamped. Let's say when you move into your new home, it's worth $1 million and you sell it in 5 years. And in 5 years, it's worth $1.4 million. You'll only have to pay the capital gains tax on the amount of appreciation that has happened on that property since you moved out of it. So you can still maintain all of that benefit that you had while living in the property as your primary residence. If you think it's a good idea, maybe reach out and we can talk more about it. Everyone's in a little bit of a different financial position, and that's cool. It may not be the right move for you, but there's all kinds of creative ideas out there for you to try to take advantage of the equity in your home. If you like the video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, and I'd like to share more with this type of stuff with you in the near future.